The headlines: police called in amid claims that two adult brothers were abused and kept in chains. Water Authority workers walk off the job in back pay dispute. And Gayle destroys England at the World T20. Welcome to Nation News for Wednesday, March the 16th, 2016. Thanks so much for joining us. We start with a story that's bound to raise eyebrows and cause consternation across the country, if all the facts are true. The kind of story that you felt happened only in faraway places and will prompt you to ask, what next? Police were called into a St. Michael district to investigate two cases of suspected domestic abuse involving two brothers, aged 19 and 23, who were allegedly left chained at home by their father. Neighbors said they were alerted when the 19-year-old, with chains about his feet, apparently managed to free himself and complained to them that his father had left him chained at home. He was then said to have been taken to the nearby District A police station. When police returned to their home, they discovered the older brother locked up in a room. Not long after, the father, who residents claim had abused the children for years, returned home. All three were taken away by police. You can get updates on this eye-opening story in the Daily Nation on Thursday. Water Authority workers are off the job in a simmering dispute over back pay. They say the protest will continue until there is a positive response from management. The Barbados Workers Union says the workers are owed increments and other payments dating back 10 years. Speaking to reporters after a meeting with Water Authority members, BW General Secretary Tony Moore said the agency had failed to get back to the union by Tuesday as agreed, hence the walkout.
There are no time frames. The time frames were set by management and the time frame was the 15th of March. As I said, if you want me to repeat, the 15th of March has come, it has gone, we have heard nothing, so the next move in resolving this issue rests with the management and board of the Barbados Water Authority.
Officials are reporting a research breakthrough on diabetes. The Barbados Diabetes Foundation says the results of an 8-month study has suggested a pathway for Barbadians to beat type 2 diabetes. Project manager Dr. Karen Bino said the 25 people who took part were able to reduce their glucose levels to those of non-diabetics through low-calorie diets, including high-fiber vegetables, along with physical activity. Dr. Bino told a news conference that the participants were also able to stop taking diabetes medication during the program. She said some people were also asked to stop or reduce hypertension medication because of a remarkable fall in their blood pressure. Chairman of the Diabetes Foundation, Dr. Oscar Jordan, said the program will be offered as an alternative to medication for those in the early stages of diabetes. The Cash-Short Transport Board wants to offer charter services to tourists. Minister of Transport Michael Lashley backs the proposal and has publicly pleaded with Minister of Tourism Richard Seeley for the two agencies to form a partnership. Speaking during the estimates debate in Parliament, Mr. Lashley said the Transport Board has succeeded in cutting spending but needed to generate more revenue through route expansion and additional services. He said the Ministries of Transport and Tourism could share costs and capitalize on the growth in tourism. Consumers have been advised to be wary of improper labeling on goods and report their concerns to officials. The guidance came on World Consumer Day on Tuesday from Margaret Campbell Leslie, the Training Standards Officer in Government's Department of Commerce and Consumer Affairs. She said importers will continue to bring in poorly labeled items if consumers don't speak out or refuse to buy the products. In sport, opener Gayle starred at the World T20 in India as West Indies men and women started with victories. Gayle hit 100 runs off just 48 balls, the third fastest T20 century, as the men beat England by 6 wickets, scoring 183 for 4 in reply to 182 for 6 with 11 balls to spare. This is how Brian Lara assessed the match.
There's a lot of room for improvement, and I hope they understand that it's beginning of the tournament. Losing a game, and you lose the first one, it's maybe the best one to lose. The West Indies came through today, but I think that they still need to do a lot of homework to keep going, and keep winning matches.
By contrast, West Indies women beat Pakistan in a low-scoring affair by 4 wickets, successfully defending a score of 103 runs. Scores: West Indies women 103 for 8, Pakistan 99 for 5. In primary schools athletics, the West Teddis and St. Stephen's are this year's knapsack champions. Williams Industries West Teddis Tigers won the girls' title with 95 points, and St. Stephen's raced to victory among the boys with 121 points. And finally, a woman who says she was hurt when her toilet exploded in 2014 is suing officials in the American city of Baltimore and 2 city contractors. In her lawsuit, Angela Wright says she was using her bathroom toilet when it backed up and blew her off the seat, covering her in feces and injuring her. The lawsuit, filed last month in Baltimore City Circuit Court, names the City Council, Mayor Stephanie Rollins Blake, and contractors Spinello Companies, Inc. and Heitcam, Inc. A TV station in Baltimore reports the city had hired Spinello to use high-pressure hoses to clean out the sewer line in the woman's neighborhood. Her attorney says they will seek about $225,000 US. And that's Nation News for Wednesday. For more news, log on to nationnews.com and follow us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. And remember to pick up your Daily Nation on Thursday or subscribe to our e-paper.